So we've decided to make some elderberry mead. And here in this area we have black elderberries. Other regions of the country might have blue elderberries. As you can see from the leaves here, they run together like this, and I don't know if you can tell from the video, but their edges are kind of sawtooth. There are two supposedly lookalikes in the Minnesota area and maybe around the country as well. The first is dogwood, which has a smooth leaf, so you want to make sure that you have your sawtooth edges on here. The second is a pokeberry. Now you can see this plant, the berries are pointed upwards. On the pokeberry they're going to hang down in kind of a drooping fashion, so make sure you don't pick those. Both the dogwood and the pokeberry are not good to eat. Unfortunately, the birds have taken care of most of the berries on this plant, but I did collect some earlier. And I think I'll take these last few as well. Okay, so fast forward about 2 months later. This is the amount of elderberries that I've been able to collect, about 2 cups. I'll be using these to make our gallon of mead, or Melomel as it's called when you add fruit to it. So here's the things you'll need for this step. You need a pot large enough for 1 gallon, a spoon, a funnel, a thermometer. This is one step. It's used for sanitizing this equipment. You can also use bleach. Just make sure to rinse it out really well or the yeast will not take. You'll also want, obviously, your yeast here. We're just using a dry wine yeast, just a random one. We have about 3 pounds of honey in there and our 1 gallon container. This can be plastic, but glass is preferable. So we've sanitized our carboy or our jug. Another thing you'll need is the airlock, which I'm also sanitizing right now in the stopper for the jug. Okay, so our first step here is going to be heating up the berries just on a medium heat. This is probably the most important tip. Elderberries are poisonous if you don't cook them, so please don't eat them raw. Make sure you cook them for at least 10 minutes on a medium heat until about 165 degrees. So another pro tip, don't drop elderberries all over the ground like I did because they're really difficult to pick up. Also, you may want a friend, if you have just one friend, any friend, who's willing to help you pick these off the stems. That makes it a lot easier because they're very small. And some of these are green, it's probably fine. Just trying to get the juice out of them.
No, that smells like.
So we were just saying how in Monty Python and the Holy Grail they remark how somebody's father stank of elderberries. That's a real thing. This stuff smells very, very weird. So it's poisonous and it smells. But we're gonna make alcohol out of it, so it's fine. So we're just gonna take about that much water in the carboy, and there are 3 pounds of honey, and we're gonna pour it in there. And then we're gonna heat it up till it's over 100 degrees. Okay, so we've heated up the honey and the elderberries and the water, and we're about to pour it into our carboy now that it's been over 100 degrees. Okay. So we got our mead into the carboy here. We just gotta wait until it turns to 90 degrees. We'll see how this goes. This is what the people want, Sammy. Shake it.
What exactly are you going to do with this video?
I don't know, I might put it on YouTube.
Ah, it's leaking, it's peeing on me.
Uh-oh, better cover the hole tighter. Okay, so our must, which is what we call the mead while it's fermenting, is at a solid 90 degrees or a little less. We've added our yeast and put in our airlock after shaking it vigorously. And we're going to wait a week or 2 until it stops bubbling. Should be bubbling by tomorrow. And then in about 6 weeks we can drink it. Fast forward 6 months later, we have racked our mead into the bottles. Make sure you use cheesecloth over the funnel so that no elderberries slip through, and you'll want to add a little bit of honey to it as well to make sure the yeast has something a little bit more to chew on. We're probably just going to drink this right away. If you do want to store it for a little longer, you'll want to bottle it properly, and it'll keep for about a year usually.